SketchBook Designer also allows us to make snapping between paint layers and vector layers. So let's start by creating a vector layer in SketchBook Designer and do any kind of stroke on this landscape. This could be afterwards something on the whole landscape, an equipment, whatever. You remember that we can change and edit the vector and just making it straight or an arc or whatever based on the points. I can also add some other contour vertices there. I can also use transforms and, for example, do a non-uniform scaling very easily. And now we will select the vector and see some other options. In this particular case, we want to go to the type and see that we can change the type of brush it was made with. But there's also an option there called guide curve. And guide curve is a very, very interesting example because now we will be able to snap geometry to that. Once I finish the command, it's not that it disappeared, it's just a very, very thin dotted green line. But now in a paint layer, I will be able to snap to that curve. So now I'm creating a brush with 100% intensity, a small size. First of all, let me show you that we can draw pretty much anywhere else, but if we draw next to the guide curve, you'll see that I can now snap, and actually my mouse is going to be constrained to that curve, so I can define the stroke, the raster stroke, the paint stroke, based on a vector in a guide curve. I can also do that based on using the edge of my brush, so there's a lot of flexibility both in the axis and on the edge of the brush. Let's see an example of this. So let's edit the canvas and create some vectors on this floor plan. And now, for example, I may want to have kind of a more artistic approach and not just a simple brush on this floor plan. So I may want to use my paint layer and a stylus, for example, for adding different intensities into my strokes. So what I did right now is convert those walls from the nucleus into guide curves. So now with my stylus and a specific brush that I may want, I can snap and just trace over those vectors, so I won't get away from those vectors, but I can then just play around with the intensity of the stroke and do pretty much whatever I want with SketchBook Designer and those curves. So again, it's just about flexibility of allowing you to do pretty much anything you want and have much more control to make a very nice illustration which will enhance your visual communication. Thank you.